All right, so my daughter's going to her first concert. It's a band called Good Kid, and as a parent, I'm wondering, like, are they a bunch of Satanists or something? Are they a bad influence on my daughter? They call themselves Good Kid, but back in my day, bands were just called like Slayer and Iron Maiden, and like you knew what to expect. So I wanted to ask. So I had a chat with Chat GPT and asked it about this a little bit, and so I asked compare and contrast the band Good Kid against earlier albums by Suicidal Tendencies. See, when I was 14, I got to go see Iron Maiden. Guns N' Roses was supposed to open, but Axl Rose had a drug problem and Hurricane opened. and I'm like, my daughter's 15, going to a concert, that's cool. And I saw Suicidal probably when I was 15 or 16, so it seemed like a pretty good comparison. And so I asked ChatGPT to compare and contrast them. And here's a little bit of what I had to say. So, musical style. Good Kid leans into a mix of indie rock, pop, punk, and math rock influences. Math rock. You learn something new every day. I learned there's something called math rock. Still don't know what it is, though. Their sound is bright, fast-paced, and intricate, with clean production and a strong emphasis on melody. Alright, early Suicidal Tendencies is rooted in hardcore punk and early crossover thrash. The music is aggressive, fast, and often chaotic, with raw, shouted vocals and thrash-driven guitar riffs. Okay, I see. Themes and lyrics. Good Kid tends to focus on introspective, often whimsical or abstract storytelling. Their lyrics can touch on themes of youthful uncertainty, relationships, escapism, and adventure, but with a playful, often helpful tone. Suicidal Tendencies is far more rebellious, with themes of alienation, frustration, anti-authoritarianism, and personal struggles. Their early work often deals with being misunderstood, as well as street-level angst and societal dissatisfaction. Okay. Attitude and energy. Good Kid brings a high-energy, fun-loving, and almost nerdy enthusiasm to their music. Their sound is polished and leads towards an upbeat, danceable quality, even when touching on deeper topics. Suicidal Tendency, in their early years, had an aggressive, raw, and confrontational energy, reflective of hardcore punk. Their music was a response to feeling outcast and disillusioned, carrying a sharper edge of defiance and rebellion. I see. Cultural context and impact. Good Kid exists in a more internet-driven, indie pop environment where accessibility and fandom interaction play a big role in their identity. Early Suicidal Tendencies emerged in the 1980s Los Angeles hardcore scene, where punk was still dangerous, underground, and actively pushing back against mainstream expectations. Final thoughts. While both bands deliver high-energy music with tight musicianship, Good Kid's approach is more polished and lighthearted, whereas early Suicidal Tendencies embodied the raw defiance of punk and early thrash. If Good Kid represents a hyperkinetic adventure through indie rock, early Suicidal Tendencies is a punch to the face of the punk rebellion. So, that was my chat with Chat GPT, and sounds like it's a pretty good first concert for her. Yeah. Anyway, Suicidal.